Hello, beloved Unity family and friends. I'm Reverend Kira, here to talk about the 21 days of abundant living. And today, specifically, we're going to talk about the law of compensation. And what does that mean? What is the law of compensation, and how do we live this abundant life that we're talking about? Well, the law of compensation was best summed up by Jesus when he said, "Give and it shall be given unto you. Judge not, that you be not judged. With what measure ye eat, it shall be measured unto you." And Paul went on to say that whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. Now, what we know is that the universe has great integrity. So the law of compensation is really not even just all about what we're giving, but who we are being, what thoughts we are thinking, what words we are speaking, what actions we are taking. And it is that we will reap that which we sow. But we know through the law of grace that we receive even more. But the law of compensation is you will get back that which you put out. Eric Butterworth, in a particular teaching that he gave, he talked about a woman who traveled all around the world, and she loved to go and brag about that she never had to pay for a hotel. Everywhere she went, she stayed with relatives. So she showed up, with her bags and baggage, and she saved all this money over all these years. But then she would go on to talk about her experiences out in the world where others didn't treat her well, that she felt that she was cheated, that she wasn't really honored, and, she had different issues everywhere that she went. And she had this philosophy, what good are relatives if you don't use them? So, what happened is then she started feeling that same kind of experience back from the universe, from others, not necessarily her relatives. But what happens to us is we may not realize that what we are giving out, what thoughts, how generous are our thoughts? Do you live from an abundant life that gives generosity to others as they walk through your mind? As you think of another, are you thinking of them generously at the highest level of how you could perceive them? Are you giving language to the ways that you perceive the best and the greatest good in each and every individual? Or are you having those criticisms and judgments that then show up in other places in our own life when we receive criticism or judgment? See, it is also important to us to say, what is it to really be in the place of living this abundant life? Well, it means that I'm living from that consciousness that everything and everyone is a part of the abundance and a part of the compensation of the universe that is always giving back to me what I give and even more. Now, the key here is what I give is not just about what I give financially. That's one of the things we always look to, and we certainly, as we're doing a pledge campaign, are hoping that we're asking you to give your commitment first and foremost to live the spiritual principles and to make a commitment to give of your substance, your time, your treasure, your talents, your substance. All of those things are part of the giving. But the giving of substance is you're making a commitment to yourself and your God. You can make that commitment anonymously and then just say that you've made a commitment. Or you can say, I would like to share my commitment. This is what I'll be giving to the ministry. What we know is that the living of this kind of commitment to the principles and then to the compensation, knowing that what I give out will come back, pressed down and poured out and 1,000-fold. And so we do know that when we make those kind of commitments, it makes a difference. But I want to say that the other part of this commitment is that I'm making a commitment to the divine in me to express through me, to express as me, to live from this place of knowing the divine is the abundant resource that is always present and is flowing through me. This is the place where we look at the key is not what I give, but that I'm giving myself away through my expression of divine awareness, my expression of love and life and light and conscious affirmative prayer and praise. See, the more I am in that mode and I am giving that message to the universe, guess what I give back? Those affirmative prayers come back 1,000-fold. That affirmative way of being in life and praising and seeing the good and generously giving the benefit of the doubt and the love and the light that I am in the way that is mine to give. So the way that I give myself away provides a spirit of service to a higher awareness, to a higher consciousness of prosperity and abundance. So I begin to live more abundantly in my way of being. And that abundance then begets more abundance. That generates a flow of constant exchange, a law of compensation that is constantly exchanging abundance for more abundance, generosity for more generosity, loving presence for more loving presence, kindness for more kindness. So when we begin to recognize, if you need a blessing, give a blessing. If you are seeking to feel more abundant, begin by giving of yourself in the way you have to give, by giving good positive thoughts to yourself and others, by lifting up all of humanity in your prayers, and giving love to all of life, including yourself. So I invite you to find the ways that abundant living wishes to express in you, as you, through you. Because as we do this, we become more and more of that demonstration of abundant living. Just as our way shower, Jesus the Christ, demonstrated for us how to claim and live according to abundant life as a Christ consciousness. Christ consciousness knows in you there is no shortage, no lack of supply, no limitation. There is unlimited abundance and infinite awareness and ideas and expressions. Every moment is a new creative expression. Let the expression of your light, your life, your generosity flow forth. As you do, you will recognize that you're living a more and more and more abundant life. And for that, we give thanks in all ways, always. God bless you, friends. Have a fabulous week. And know that these days of abundant living have really been transforming you from the inside out. Keep practicing. Keep watching them over and over, because we know each day something will continue to speak to you and you will become a place where that abundant life is demonstrating for your life and then for others. God bless you, friends. Thank you for being a part of our 21 days of abundant living.